Emiliano, so happy to have you in Vienna for Rock Me Vienna 2026. What exactly made you accept the invitation to come?
Hi, everybody that will be watching this interview. And I'm so happy, so grateful to you, to Alex, and to all the organization that will have me in Rock Me Vienna 2026, because it's really a cool organization and a cool guitar camp with many artists that for me they were something like inspiration. So be there and can jam with them, of course, with the participations with the guitar players that will come to the guitar camp is really great thing. And the thing that struck me most about this is we can share all the music, all the emotions, and of course all the things about the guitar in 4 days. Everyone together and just speak together all the time about music, and it's really a cool thing. And thank you for asking me to do it, because it's really great for me. It's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you.
It's going to be a pleasure to have you here because, especially having you and your guys with us, means we do have a pro backing band, which is not usual in days like these when people come to stage and plug in their MIDI files and then play along with the click in their ears. So it's going to be something completely different. How do you, Emiliano, exactly experience this difference between playing for a MIDI file and playing with a backing band?
It's completely different, because when you play with a MIDI file or backing tracks, you are alone. So there isn't the interplay with other musicians. So if I would like to change something and put the music into a different way, I can't. I just have to follow the backing tracks. So sometimes we need to use that, because it's not so simple to carry all the bands and all the other musicians that are with us, of course, on stage. But I think I'm sure that I really prefer to have a band, because it's like I can watch them playing and I get inspired by them to play something in another way. So one song, of course, is a song, but one song could be something, and the next day could be another something. So it's more sort of inspiration. So playing with other artists, and I think that is the thing that I would like to do when I was a kid. So because I start to playing guitar, I start to play music because I watched my favorite band. Maybe guitar players such as Steve Vai, John Petrucci, Joe Satriani, that playing in a band, and I would like to be the guitar player of a band, so not alone. So sometimes it could be more difficult to play with other people, because of course there's a process to rehearse on your own. So you are in your studio and learning the songs and play the songs over the tracks, and then you have to go to the rehearsal, and so the song will be different, of course. So you need to follow the flow of the song, and you have to be focused, and you have to watch them. So you can't play like this when you play in a band. You have to play and watch the other guys. So you have to learn how to play without focusing the guitar every time. So I think is quite challenging, but it's really cool. Because I think that music is something like sharing something together. So if we on stage can share something with each other, we can also share something with the audience. So yeah, I think of course I prefer to play with a band, to other guitar players, drummers, keyboard player, singer, and bass player, of course, drummer. So it's really another thing. And I don't think that playing with backing tracks on stage is something like bad, or is not cool, because sometimes you have to, of course. And if you want to play your music, you need to. And I remember the first time that I played only on backing tracks, because I don't have a band. For me, it's like, it's strange me to be alone on stage and I can watch and there's nobody on stage with me. But was cool, but I prefer, yeah, to play with real someone.
Yeah, look, it looks like it's something completely different.
Yeah.
And it's also something completely different to learn how to play the guitar from YouTube tutorials or to come to, for instance, such a camp as Rock Me
Yeah.
Vienna. Why do
Yeah.
you think should people go to Rock Me Vienna? Why should people subscribe there?
I think that if you are in your studio alone with YouTube videos, is something like that. You know something, but you can work really on something. Because in my appearance, in my experiences, I learned watching other guitar players next to me doing something. So of course, listening to a lot of music, and that I think that listening is more important than watching videos on YouTube and to how okay these exercises work like this. Okay, yeah, but is you learn exercises, but when you listen to a song, you learn a song. So I prefer to listen music than doing exercise every day, something like that. And I think that when you have the chance to go to a camp like this, is something like you can meet your idol. You can meet the people and the musicians that did something for the music and for the life of a musician. So you can talk with him in person, and is like more human thing that to be alone in your studio. Because of course, when you it depends on what do you want to become. Because if you want to become a guitar player that play a lot of notes or something like okay difficult things, you need to stay in your studio playing so much, blah, 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 of course. But if you want to do and to give something to an audience, you have to learn how to be on stage. You have to learn how you can say something, and you just simply can't learn this sitting in your studio. You need to be with other people, you need to be with other musicians, and you need to watch them, you need to copy them in sort of things, and just to steal something and just to recreate in your own style. And yeah, it's something like this. You need to be with person, with people, with artists, with musicians, with guitar players to become a better version of yourself as a musician.
You're one of these musicians, you and your fellow band players
Mhm.
who are accompanying world stars through all Europe, basically.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you've been playing with a lot of world stars so far, and one of your specialities seems to be that you can in no time adjust to different playing styles. How is your approach for that? And are there limits, or would you say, "Ma, I can go along with any kind of music"?
Not with any kind of music, of course, because I know that I'm because I think I like every kind of music, but every day I just listen to my favorite kind of music. So I can't say that I can have a gig with classical music or maybe bossa nova, because I studied it in school, but I never played it. Maybe I listened to it, but it could be for me could be more difficult to play this kind of style, or to jazzy. So I'm not that like a I try to steal something and adding on my playing, but I grew up with another kind of music. I grew up with progressive music, with rock music, something like. So I prefer to play this kind of style, of course. And yeah, it's quite. When I started to be when I started my career in a music business and just to be on stage with other artists, because it's good for me. I remember that the first gig I have was with Vinnie Moore. And when they called me and said Vinnie Moore needs a rhythm guitar player, I said, "Wow, it's like a dream," because I studied his playing, and would be really really cool. And then I realized that I need to start to learning something just by hearing, just by listening the music, because I don't have some like scores or something like that, and we have really not so much time to have rehearsal. So I need to go to the rehearsal really in a perfect way, or just to try to reach the perfection of the songs. And my mind is starting to work like that. So I listen to the music before I put my hands on the guitar, and I need to sing all the parts that I need to play before playing the guitar, because if I can sing something, it means that I know what I have to do. If I miss something in this process, means that I need to learn better. And then if I put the hands on my guitar, but what I have to do is easier. So before going to the rehearsal, I just listening to the set list many times, and I think this is for me the best way to approach something like that. And working on my hearing allows me to learning a song in, of course, it depends on what kind of song, but if I listen to a music, I know what's happening. So I know what I need to play, or know what I don't need to play, where I need to play, where I don't need to play, I don't need to play. And the first tour was with Vinny was really challenging, because many of his songs have a keyboard. And I remember the first time he sent me the maze. Of course, I know the tune. He said, "Okay, we need to play the maze, or Morning Star, or something like that." But we didn't have a keyboard player on a tour. So I tried to play rhythm guitar part, and then adding something to replace the keyboard. So when I to come back listening to a song, I just know listening only the guitar parts, but I try to listen all the parts of the song, and I think, okay, now I can play this one, and this thing. So it's like, yeah, I think I just listen. So before playing on the guitar, just listen to music. I think that's the goal that you need to reach, to be a musician like me.
What have been your most challenging stage moments that you shared with the different world stars?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I remember once with probably the artist that give me something really hard to do was Uli John Roth, because he's really he improvised everything every night. So every night is different. So we need to watch him. So he just teach me what is the interplay, because I play but I need to watch them. So sometimes the challenge is really playing without watching what you have to do. So you are playing the guitar but your eyes is focused on someone else, so you need to use your ear to know how are you playing, to what are you playing, and not your eyes. So this is really challenging. And then probably with Vini, we have some parts in a technically way. We have some parts that I harmonizing him, or maybe we have some unison parts. And in the beginning was really challenging, because I think, okay, now I have to do the same part of Vini, so I can't. I can't have make a mistake, because if I make a mistake, it's like this, the two parts will be worst, will be bad, of course. So this could be something like, okay, now I need to be perfect in this part, as I study this kind of stuff. But yeah, probably these two things is the most complicated, and it will be different when I played for a singer, because when I play for a singer, I had the chance to play with a singer that I loved. I remember the first tour that I did with Mark Bolts. That was the singer of Ingi Malmsteen. We played all the trilogy album in its entirety, so I need to play Malmsteen stuff. and is was really cool, really challenging, because I need to play all the notes. I just don't need to play all the notes, but I want to play all the notes. So I studied every guitar solos, and I tried to do my best to be quite the same, and that was really challenging. Yeah, because of course I have all the people that come into for listening the single of Malmsteen, of course, but I was Malmsteen in the show, so I had all the eyes on me, and was really it's really hard, really hard. But it was cool. It's cool. It was so funny, so funny to play.
What would be your dream? With which of the guitar stars or music stars would you want to share stage once?
Oh, yeah, there are so many, so many. Probably the guitar player that influenced me the most was John Petrucci. So if I got the chance in future to play with him in or a jam or on stage, will be one of my dream, of course. But if I need to choose an artist, probably I really would like to play guitar for Steven Wilson, because I think that there are two albums of Steven Wilson, and there are Hand Cannot Erase and The Raven That Refused to Sing. That I think is like masterpieces. And on the guitar was Guthrie Govan.
Yes.
And I think in that way the freedom probably, and the parts that Steven Wilson create for guitar solos, for me it's like, wow, it's that incredible. So if I had the chance to play his songs and with him, something like that would be really a dream for me. Because I love that, just love that. I can't compare with Guthrie Govan, of course.
You're gonna be in the pro band there, and you will also have the possibility to jam with the campers. What will the campers then learn from you while jamming with you?
It's like, for me, when I played on stage, I had a time that I was afraid to be on stage. It's like, okay, now I need to play really. I need to play better than yesterday, and tomorrow I need to play better than yesterday, and I don't have to. I can't make a mistakes, and so I need to be perfect. Okay, and it was in my probably years and years ago, and then I struggled with this thing that I finished playing. I think, oh, today I'm not. I didn't play good. I would like to be better, and something like this. And then maybe I come down to the stage, and I saw people that come to me and said, "Oh, it was great tonight. It's so cool to watch you, to listen to you." And for me, it's like, really, I think I was bad. And so I just realized that your thought about how you played is different, probably from the reality. So you played, and for one person in the audience, you were fantastic. Maybe for another person in the audience, you were so and so. Maybe for another, you will be something like the best of the world. So just when you are on stage, just try to relax. Just try to enjoy the moment, and don't think about what you really would like to play, but just focus on what are you playing in that moment. So don't waste the moment, because I think that every time you go on stage, you need to be grateful, because I think that being on stage is one of the best moments that you can ever had in your life. For me, it's like that. For me, when I go on stage, it's like, wow, it's cool to listen the music. It's cool that I really have fun. So probably the thing that maybe the other guitar players that will play with me on stage could learn to me is something like calm, relaxing, and enjoy the moment, and be yourself, having fun, and don't think about I hit the wrong note, so now I just relaxed and be yourself. I think is the best. When you start to thinking like this, I think that you became really a better musician. Really,
Mhm.
really. Because and just to, I think that you need to find your mistakes, because we made mistakes. If we can't play on stage, we don't play mistakes. We don't do mistakes. If we play on stage, we did mistakes, of course. Also, the best guitar player in the world sometimes hit the wrong notes, but it really means something if you accept the mistakes as something that is fun and something that can happen, of course,
Mhm.
and not to think about it as something that ruin your performance. So I think that's the best thing to learn. I think
Mhm.
that you'll be better if you learn this.